Welcome back to the break room. And bad news, Disney will be spending less on Marvel and Star Wars content. At least that's the word that we're hearing today. What's that gonna mean? What's that gonna mean for us sweet, sweet content babies who wanna suckle at the teat of content?
Bob Iger's teats have gone dry.
Cut all of that out, please. Joining me today to talk about all of this is our good friend Tommy Bechtold.
Hi, I'm Tommy Bechtold. I have a lush bank account and I'm in perfect health. Let's move on.
We're playing Tell Me Something I Don't Know today on the channel. So let's jump right into it and talk about our big topic for today. With a unanimous vote,
Yeah.
Bob Iger's contract as Disney CEO has been extended until 2026.
Some negotiations that he was willing to participate in.
That's true.
Yes.
There was another unanimous vote made earlier, and that was to go on strike by the members of SAG and, of course, the WGA, already on strike.
Pencils down, voices down, faces down, to frown.
And with all this news, Iger had some big things to say about Disney's recent performance at the box office, coming down on streaming content a little bit today. At a conference, he said that, quote, he admitted the studio screwed with the audience's expectations by offering up so much streaming content. Okay? With Marvel specifically, he said the amount of streaming projects, quote, diluted focus and attention, taxing their people way beyond in terms of their time and their focus. And, if you look at that quote, you could think, is he talking about the audience? Is he talking about the people who make the content? Is it a little mix of both? I think he's mostly speaking about the people who make the content, stretching them too thin. But I think he's right that it was a lot for the audience to consume as well.
I mean, I do think also the expectations versus what we got.
Right.
I don't know why, and I was certainly at the forefront of this assumption. And when you make assumptions, what happens?
Yes.
I thought that the Disney Plus shows would be kind of narratively linked, at least a little bit, and way more tethered to the phases in the MCU feature films. And what we've basically gotten is now 6 or 7 standalone series that have very little crossover with each other, particularly.
Sure.
And very minimal crossover other than like Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
And I guess WandaVision with the character.
Well, you can argue WandaVision leads into Multiverse of Madness, but that change was made after the success of WandaVision. They went and shot a bunch of stuff for Multiverse of Madness. Miss Marvel, I think, does a great job setting up the character ahead of the Marvels film.
But interesting that they chose 7 or 8 episodes of a show. And I enjoyed Miss Marvel. This is certainly no knock against that. It's just in the past, I mean, it's not a character as easy as Spider-Man, right?
Sure,
like
not as well known.
You can introduce Spider-Man, and it's like, we all know he got bit by a spider.
Right.
Ms. Marvel is a newer character to comics, and B, a lesser known origin because, Spider-Man's literally the most popular comic book character of all time, I think.
Okay.
So anyway, my thought is, I don't think he's, as you said, I don't think he's going after fans.
No.
I think he's acknowledging that the people working on these projects lack the ability to focus and do a really good job because they're spread thin.
Right.
And
VFX teams are spread thin.
Yeah.
They're moving teams we know that people working on She-Hulk had to go work on to finish Wakanda Forever. And it's it was tough with resources. Of course, the pandemic affected releases and changed things around. And now we know that they're slowing down. I mean, this time last year, Tommy, at Comic-Con, Kevin Feige came out and said, here are all these shows you're going to get next year. And that changed from then to now.
Sure.
And now things are changing even more. And of course, on all of this, we got to talk about the kicker. Per CNBC, Disney is slowing down when it comes to making movies and TV series for its Marvel Studios and Lucasfilm franchises. They've kind of hinted at this before, but they're definitely leaning into it now. Bob Iger saying, quote, you pull back not just to focus, but also as part of our cost containment initiative.
Wow.
Order 66, if you will.
My
Spending
God.
less on what we make and making less.
Kind of.
What could this all mean, Tommy?
Kind of a dismal quote on its face.
Right.
But if you dig down a little bit, I think what he's saying is rather than just throwing every fan, every IP we have at the wall and hoping that 66%, or even a batting average of 300 stick, and the ones that stick are so good that you kind of forgive the ones that don't. For every Loki, there is a season of Hawkeye. That
who's throwing Hawkeye under the bus?
Ouch! At Hawkeye.
Ouch!
No, I like Hawkeye.
Well, and on top of all this, Tommy, I think we can all agree that Marvel and Lucasfilm are the most profitable things for Disney right now. You know, they have issues with their Pixar films or their Disney animated projects not doing as well. So we're going to suss out what all this can mean, especially as it relates to the upcoming slate for both Marvel and Lucasfilm. And we'll categorize what we think will happen with upcoming Disney and Star Wars projects in a few content categories, which I have printed out crappily on some paper. Yes. Here we go. We have nothing. Nothing changes. Releases, they stay the same as they're planned. That's how it goes. Up next, we got Echoed. Echo means
that's when in the middle of the night,
right,
someone drops an entire show.
Yes, that's a binge drop, straight to streaming, okay? The Echo series, we thought at first was going to get a normal kind of Disney Plus release cadence. Instead, they're like, nope, we're dropping it all at once. That's how it's going to work. Or maybe your project gets Armor Wars.
Yeah.
Armor Wars. That's where, in this instance, they announce it's going to be a series.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, no, actually, it's going to be one movie. A theatrical movie.
And if that movie's not good,
and poor Don Cheadle had to wait around. That's right. That's our next category, Batgirl. That's where they film a project and it gets shelved, and they reap the tax benefits. Yeah. And finally, the last one Tommy's very familiar with, canceled. They're just gonna cancel the project. Pretty self-explanatory.
Somebody make it a meme.
Meme it. Clip it. Make a sad face.
I'm about the milkshake duck. No, the happiest thing in the world for me would be to have to go back to Buffalo or Rochester and be an English teacher. Because I've been too problematic.
So a few things to keep in mind as we go through this, Tommy. There's currently a writer's strike, and tonight at midnight, I don't know which time zone, begins the actor's strike. I think it's a rolling midnight, wherever you are, like a gremlin. Do gremlins know what time zone they're in? Can we stop the show real fast?
Oh my God, wait a second. Stop the stream.
Does a gremlin know when it's nighttime? Is it depending on where it's on the earth?
What if a gremlin eats at 9 p.m. Pacific time?
If you fly a Mogwai against the rising of the sun, can you reverse it? Can anyone answer that?
Can we reverse the curse?
Also to consider as we go through this, Tommy, this throws everything out of whack. Even though there's content already planned and completed, actors can't promote projects right now.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to want to push projects back. Also, you have to think about the domino effect. If they're not filming stuff that they wanted to come out later, that means they have nothing to come out later. So if they have finished stuff, maybe they save it, push it back a little bit.
And a lot of very, very bleak comments coming from the studios.
Yeah.
You know, whether I kind of felt like both the statements the studio made about the actors and the actors made about the studios yesterday felt like both sides planted those stories.
Yeah. There's a lot of
like, this is so bad if this is true.
Let's resolve it, folks. Let's move on. Let's make content.
And you know, obviously, I have so many very important projects that I would love to promote.
Tommy's been in a ton of things.
I'm so busy right now, and I can't say a word about them. And I would tell you, I want to promote these projects, guys. I want to because I am so good.
Yeah.
I'm so gifted. And what a gift it is for all of you to get to watch my career mushroom cloud and then take out a civilization of people.
And I feel bad for like the projects that are really in limbo where like we know Blue Beetle's coming out, but that whole cast doesn't get to promote their movie. They don't get to go to Comic-Con. They work so hard on this, and now they just have to wait and see what happens. And you know, these strikes might not be resolved before their movie comes out, and they'll have they don't even get to have a premiere. The cast of Oppenheimer walked out of their premiere in London before it started tonight because they knew the strike was coming.
Good for them.
Good for them. Blow it up.
You know what?
Blow it up.
They just wanted to go down to a hot chip shop.
Right.
You know what?
What?
I've heard that things are so bleak.
Yeah.
And the delays are so realistic.
That
Wednesday is being renamed Friday.
I don't get it.
Because it's not going to come out on Wednesday anymore. Wednesday, because it's being delayed, so it's 2 days later.
Oh.
Wednesday's going to be Friday now.
Okay.
Because it's taking so long. Here's the joke, guys. The show is called Wednesday. It's about Wednesday Addams.
You should have said Wednesday season 2 is now Friday.
Because, you know what? I did it off the dome.
Okay.
And honestly, I've got a lot on my mind today, guys. I got a brand new
post.
camshaft in my car. I got brand new sprockets. I got a brand new timing belt.
Great.
And I've got ramen
Great.
noodles for the next 3 years now. So if you see a guy in a Chevy Cruze openly weeping with maybe a bloody nose, like he just got in a fight with himself in the bathroom, that's me. Wave to your hero.
Delicious. Okay,
Disney, keep going. Let's go to the next
Tommy, let's kick things off by talking about the Marvel slate, okay? And we're gonna start with I think most of this category will be the nothing category, okay?
Okay, great.
Things that are likely going to be unchanged here. Loki season 2.
Canceled.
No, that's no.
Sorry, just the antagonist.
Loki season 2. It has an October 6th release date on Disney Plus. 6 episodes, weekly release. They might do 2 in the first night. Sometimes they do that. We know they're doing that with Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, we're getting 2.
Right.
Remember Kenobi did that.
Kenobi did too.
Didn't they shift the premiere
2 days? 2 days. Like a week
to,
before, they made Ewan McGregor go on camera and be like, oh, I know you're excited, but now you have to wait 2 more days. That was Richard Harris. I apologize.
They have to keep thinning out my bulge. My bulge is so big in my Jedi drones. They have to thin it. They have to shave it down.
Okay, so we think Loki's still going to come out on October 6th, still have weekly releases. We've seen clips. They're likely finishing editing on that. We'll probably get a trailer that was supposed to come out at Comic-Con. We could probably see that next week. Expect that to stay the same. The Marvels. It's got a November 10th release date, theatrical. Wow. We've gotten 1 trailer. Nothing. Nothing changes. Nothing changes.
You know what else is being released November 10th?
What's that? Your birthday.
Me, baby. It's my birthday, and I'm having a Marvels party.
Delicious.
Everyone's invited.
Yeah, we should probably also get a Marvels trailer soon. You know, there's still going to be a D23 in September, but I think that D23, which they usually only do every 2 years.
Yeah.
They had one last year. They were planning to do. They announced one for Disney World this year.
Yes.
I think because they knew Comic-Con's a bust.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that's going to be a very parks-focused D23.
Yeah, it seems like it's parks and then what they call Disney icons, which includes creatives.
This is their big 100-year anniversary too. So
my theory, my little put my tinfoil hat on, is that they are banking on the strike being resolved
by
the beginning of August or mid-August, and then they will announce a Lucasfilm and a Marvel panel at that D23.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, we're gonna have to go on kayak, look for flights to Orlando.
Yeah, last minute.
In August.
We'll drive.
Dog days of
you got
summer.
a new camshaft. We'll drive,
That's
Tommy.
right. I mean, I'm sure my car's good for another 20, 25 miles.
Next on the Marvel slate, we have Echo. We'll go ahead and label this Echoed because it was Echoed.
Yeah.
It's the namesake.
I'm all out of sorts.
That's a November 29th release date on Disney Plus. 6 episodes, binge wrapped at once.
Wait,
watch it all night.
Only 6? I thought it was 9.
I have 6 on my prompter, so I'm going with 6.
Did they shave 3 off?
No, I think it was a relatively small show. They're probably keeping that as is, not much changes. They're definitely releasing that show because I think it has a lot to do with Daredevil and Kingpin as well. Now let's get into some more speculative things, Tommy. Another series on the slate is Ironheart. It's currently a Disney Plus series, 6 episodes, tentative release in 2024. We weren't given a date. Filming wrapped last November 2023. The filming wrapped. Obviously, there's VFX that has to be done on this, but man, initially at this time last year at Comic-Con, they were saying like Ironheart would be out this year.
Yeah,
definitely not coming out this year. What category do you feel like Ironheart fits into?
So, thinking about this, I think Black Panther 2 for me is one of the more complicated Marvel movies.
Right.
It's not really rewatchable for me because it's so sad.
It's very sad.
It's really hard to. I watched it 3 times when we were covering it so that I could speak on it in a very unhinged, mostly factually inaccurate way. But one of the standouts of that movie for me was Riri Williams.
Right. We want to know more.
I think the actor who I cannot remember her name right now. I think it's.
Don't guess.
I think it's either coolant or timing belt.
You're focused on cars
Serpentine
right now.
Belt.
Right.
No, she was great. She was incredible, and I think now that is a character that fans of the MCU are interested in following. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that whole thing and the kind of it's kind of our like tangential connection to Tony Stark and Stark Industries.
Yeah.
So I don't see them releasing all episodes at once.
Right.
I thought maybe Echoed because the cynic in me is like, not a super famous movie star top lining the show.
Right.
It's one that they might. This is just popping in my head. They might. Well, no. I'm thinking about it. They might echo some of these shows because they're taking so long to come out. They need them to drop so that people can binge them to understand the films.
Right.
I don't, and I could see I could definitely see Ironheart being more the case than Echo itself.
Okay.
But I think probably nothing. It's
Nothing.
long-winded.
I agree with that, Tommy. I'll go with nothing. You know, this is a Ryan Coogler produced show. It's kind of the big spiritual follow-up to
and it's got Anthony
Black Panther
Ramos.
Wakanda.
He's
Anthony
blowing
Ramos. It has Mephisto. Like, we're expecting a lot for this.
Let's respect this woman. What is her name?
Dominique Thorne.
Dominique Thorne.
Sorry, I should have helped you out there.
I
let you struggle. Tommy.
What was really bad is I couldn't get the other Dominique who was in Transformers out of my head. I knew that wasn't right, and I don't want to call people the wrong name because people call me Timmy all the time.
Oh, it sucks. It sucks.
Some people call me you.
So we would expect Ironheart to kind of get released at a weekly schedule. I mean, I agree with you, Tommy. I think the only thing that would maybe push them to binge drop it, if for some reason Echo worked as a binge drop.
Yeah.
But I think we've seen that, you know, with Netflix, when you binge drop, it's hard to control the social conversation. And Disney really dominates social conversation when they have their releases.
We see it on our channel.
Yeah.
It's hard to cover It's way harder to cover Netflix
when you
shows
don't know when people are watching.
Because, I mean, like, Stranger Things is so...
Yeah.
It has bled into the zeitgeist so much that you can basically drop a Stranger Things video and fans are gonna go to it. But
I still haven't finished season 2 of Virgin River, and anytime it comes up in conversation, I just gotta go la 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 la. I'm not there yet.
After season 3 of House of Cards, I don't watch for a very specific reason. They made some casting changes I did not approve of.
Interesting.
Rachel Brosnahan left the show.
She left. Spoiler alert. Our next series is, of course, Agatha: Coven of Chaos. Currently set for a Disney Plus release of 9 episodes, you know, weekly releases. A report from Variety says it's on track for a 2024 premiere. Yeah. Filming wrapped in January. What category does this one go in, Tom?
I think absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
I think this one seems clear as they kept adding cast members.
Sure. A lot of casting announcements.
Cheeky behind the scenes. The cast is already speaking about it. I think Disney thinks they've got a winner with this one. So I'm going to say nothing.
I would agree with your nothing. I mean, you could maybe echo this series. I don't know if it's like a comedy, kind of dark comedy, fun thing. I don't know, but I agree with your assessment of nothing. The next big series on the slate, Daredevil: Born Again, currently a Disney Plus series, a whopping 18 episodes they promised us with this one. And that's just season 1, right?
Right.
Yeah. I think they're doing 2 seasons, but the first season's 18 episodes. I don't know. It had started filming.
The second season is 1 episode.
It had started filming in early May, but was shut down by the writer's strike. Get them, boys and gals and others. And as far as I know, it remains shut down and definitely going to be shut down. Nothing's going to be in production right now. Doesn't matter if it was pre-written. The actors can't work. It was expected to film for 8 months, so in theory, still has filming left to do. Yeah. What category does Daredevil: Born Again go into?
I'm going to zag a bit here. I think maybe you're going to agree. I think we're echoing this.
I think if anything, they'll release it in chunks.
Yeah,
chunks. Which they tried for Andor, which I think was very smart to drop like the first 3 episodes of Andor because they were a little. Andor was a series of mini stories inside of the bigger arc, and I think that would help this series.
Amazon does that pretty well.
Yeah,
too. Like they'll give you the first 3.
They did that with Rings of Power.
Yeah, and then you gotta, you know, they basically like they try to get
you hooked. Yeah,
they give you the first 3 for free.
God, and is this 18 almost hour-long episodes? I doubt it.
I don't think so. I mean, Disney Plus seems pretty committed to only having like 1 or 2 episodes.
Well, even Secret Invasion started hard, right? Yeah. 52 minutes. A lot of that's credits.
Right.
But this last one was like 38.
37.
38. I don't know.
10, I think.
All right. Now let's get into some of the films here. Captain America: New World Order, currently scheduled for July. Brave New World. I got screwed by Evan. Evan, put down the weights and pick up the keyboard.
Oh my God, what is he doing? He's sharpening a javelin right
This
now.
Is Captain
We don't
America.
Even have that in the Winter Games, Evan.
Captain America: Brave New World. I can't believe you made me say NWO and Wolfpack for life. It's set for a July 26, 2024 release date theatrically. Filming allegedly wrapped on June 30th. What category does this bad boy go into, do you think?
I think nothing. Harrison Ford is playing the President of the United States in this movie. It's
nothing. Does it get delayed? Do we hit our release date? If in theory they're just doing post, they still have time to do it.
Yeah. You know what they can't do though?
What can't they do?
They can't do ADR on these.
Oh, that's a great point, Tommy.
And a lot of these superhero movies and blockbuster
there's a lot of work to do.
That involve costumes and characters that are CGI generated rely on ADR rewrite. I mean, there's a reason why Tony Stark says a lot of lines turned backwards. This is can drop plot points in and there's going to be no ADR. I
That'll
mean,
be
I
interesting.
think the strike will end. God, I need it to end. God, I need it to end. With a fair and good deal.
So you think it's still hitting its release date on this one?
Yeah, I think that one's good. I think that one's ready.
I think they'll try and keep this one in as much as they can.
I think
definitely
they got some. I think Disney, that little underdog that could
Sure.
over and on Buena Vista Street.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've got a comeback in them with these movie releases that are coming out.
Okay.
I think Deadpool and a new Captain
People
America.
are stoked for Deadpool for sure.
I think those two coming out within like a month of each other,
Yeah.
or like or 6 weeks. That could be.
Let's talk about Deadpool. Deadpool currently is slated for a May 3rd, 2024 release date. Filming is currently going on. If you've been watching the channel at all, you've seen some of the set photos. Definitely pausing because of the actor strike starting at midnight. Who knows what time zone? Mm-hmm. What happens to our baby boy Deadpool? Batgirl, they canceled the Deadpool movie.
Movie's gone.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I'm getting a note to explain what ADR is for those of you that aren't in the biz, which is short for show business. ADR is when an actor goes in and the original sound recording. Often we record on what are these, shotgun mics? That's what these.
I'm not a mic guy.
Yes, these are shotgun mics, and then we also in the old Breakroom version 1, before we got rid of all the dead weight, we used lavalier mics. I'm just kidding, Jessica. I love you. I'm going to a birthday party with Jessica tonight. Okay, she's my moon.
The fans, I do know the fans loved the lavalier mics.
Yes,
and
so,
the feedback they provided.
All of your feedback on how great our sound was. Now imagine you're doing a movie where you're running from a fake Velociraptor, or you're fighting. You're fighting Thanos.
Sure.
So often the sound is what we call in the business effed.
Oh, okay.
There's a bad recording. The battery
not
pack
clean. It's
came
not clean.
unhinged or whatever. So you go into it. It's really fun. You go into basically the same place where they record music.
Okay.
And you stand in a booth. It's soundproof. It feels very weird because it's so quiet. For me, I hate silence because I'm a child of divorce. And then they basically have a list of lines that you read. So, for instance, if I didn't like the way I started this show, I could be like, "Hey, it's me, Tommy. I had a bowl of granola this morning, and I'm down 8 pounds in 2 weeks. Medically, that's not good. You shouldn't lose that much weight."
Okay.
And then I'd be like, "Nope, I didn't like that, guys. Let me try that again. Hey, it's me, Tommy. I had a bowl of granola this morning, and I got a smile on my face right now."
Great.
And then you use that take.
Yeah. And a lot of times, if you're watching a movie and you notice the actor, if you can't see their face giving the line, there's a good chance that line was added later. And sometimes if you've got a tight ear, you might notice that sounds a little different.
Yeah, especially if they do a shot where we call it's called dirty, where the one actor's shoulder is kind of out of focus.
Yeah. And
then the person in focus is blocked by that actor.
Right.
And that actor says something, that is most assuredly ADR.
Okay.
If a person says a line and they're not facing the camera, that means something went wrong, and that's the only way to get the line in. Now, I'll pull back just one more quick little fun fact.
Okay.
A lot of ADR recording is not even done by the actual movie stars themselves. It's done by impersonators who sign NDAs, and they're paid to do the ADR. I had a friend who did the ADR for all of the characters in Old Dogs. So Robin Williams, he did every single one of them.
So he violated NDA by telling you this.
Yeah, well, he's a chatty Cathy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so Eddie Murphy famously had a radio DJ from I think San Francisco who could do an amazing Eddie Murphy impression. Now this man
you do an amazing Eddie Murphy impression, right?
Donkey!
No, don't do it.
Donkey!
That's not Eddie Murphy. That's
I'm Gumby, damn it. That's for all you 50...
What does ADR stand for?
Digital dialogue recording?
Dashiell doesn't know either. Evan doesn't know. No one knows. Additional dialogue recording is what I'm going to go with.
That's my guess. But but anyway, for that Eddie Murphy thing, that guy did 99% of Eddie Murphy's on-screen.
Gotcha.
All he'd go in and do Shrek, but then any Shrek commercials, or anything, but never got credit for it.
Never got credit for it.
Eddie,
I do know, and Tom Hanks has said this, but Tom Hanks' brother does a lot of his voice work for the Woody toys and video games and stuff like that because he's not just like him. Okay, so Deadpool 3, that was ADRing, folks. Deadpool 3.
How many people left?
What do you think happens to Deadpool 3, Tommy?
Deadpool 3 is nothing.
I think it's nothing with a delay. It's definitely delayed.
You think it's gonna? Oh,
I do not think it keeps its date.
The strike kind of makes everything, but it's weird because they moved it up.
They had moved it up a little bit, but I think they will
back.
delay it again.
Okay.
I think they'll delay it.
Did they flip flop Captain America and Deadpool?
They flip flopped. Well, I know they flipped like Marvels and Haunted Mansion. They flip flopped in a weird way.
Yeah.
Because Marvels was supposed to be coming out this summer. We got lots more to talk about, but first, before we get to the rest of the Marvel slate, it's still Secret Invasion season, folks.
Baby.
It's not too late. And let people know whether you're a Skrull or not, or make them think you're a Skrull, or make them confused at parties if you're a Skrull. Are you a male Skrull? Are you a female Skrull? No one knows.
No, you only know if they put a towel around.
That's how you know.
That's how you know Rhodey's
That's how you know it's a female Skrull. I don't know. But pick up your favorite Skrull merch at Nerd Riot's new Secret Invasion collection. Check out nerdriot.shop where there's lots of hot stuff there. We also got other great shirts for the summer. We got these Barbieheimer shirts. Barbie's next week. Oppenheimer's next week.
Look at
You're going to see them. Beautiful stuff.
If you want to look like the coolest boy, girl, or anything you want to be, wear this shirt.
We got Skrull merch. You know, we got a Rhodey Skrull. This was made ahead of time. Turns out we were right, folks.
Yeah, we nailed it.
Turns out we were right. We
And
got
of course,
an Indiana Jones shirt. Yeah,
hey, you remember
Tommy's
the
wearing
Indiana
one.
Jones movie that you liked?
You didn't go see it,
about?
folks. Buy the shirt.
Guess what? Pretend you saw it by buying a little merch,
Yeah.
and then just tell your friends, I don't know, he used his whip and he jumped around a bunch, there was a hat. You get it.
But there's tons of great merch over at nerdriot.shop. It's a great way to support the channel. So join the riot and have some fun
why
over at
did you say
nerdriot.shop. They also, Evan took out riot, and I still said it.
So join the
He
chaos.
said join the fun.
Brothers
join the
and
chaos.
sisters,
Um,
now is the time to activate. Join the chaos at nerdriot.shop.
Boxcar. Racing stripe. I forget all I remember is boxcar.
Landing strip. What the hell's happening?
We
here?
also want to thank our good friends at Hovsco for helping us do an awesome e-bike giveaway. You know what an e-bike is? And it's an electronic bike. If you've ever been on a bicycle and you were like, hey, I hate all this pedaling I have to do. I wish there was a little assistance here. You can win yourself one of these e-bikes from Hovsco.
Well, that's like a spectrum, right? Like you're like, I hate bicycles, but motorcycles are too loud for my.
They're too loud.
tiny
Yeah.
nose.
I still want to be environmentally friendly. A Hovsco e-bike can go up to 28 miles per hour with pedal assist, and they have a range of up to 60 miles without ever needing to pump your
Don't
legs.
recommend pumping that baby up to 28. Faster than you think, guys.
Yeah, wear a
28 miles
helmet,
an hour on a
please wear a
bicycle
helmet.
Feels very unnatural.
It feels very fast. We have 2 Hovsco e-bikes here at the new Rockstars office. We love them. We bounce out to get some lunch, and we're back
I love them
lickety-split.
about 10 to 12 miles.
We go real slow on them.
10 to 12 miles an hour is great.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. We're doing a special promotion right now with Hovsco that will let one lucky viewer win a Hovsco e-bike for free. That's
gotta
right,
be impossible.
for free.
How are we gonna win
It's
that?
very possible. All you have to do is support our Breakroom channel. You want to do it anyways because it's so great. You love this daily content, including Inside Marvel, reactions, after shows, celebrity interviews, all that great stuff. Covering breaking news. We do it right here at the Breakroom. All you gotta do is follow the link in the description below to get started. Sign up for Hovsco's giveaway, then subscribe to the Breakroom or on YouTube or here on Twitch. The link in the description below has all the details you need on how to maximize your chance of winning a Hovsco e-bike. And if you're already subscribed to the Breakroom, follow us here on Twitch to make it work. You can follow our social channels. Make sure you still click those features in the link so you can get extra entries for this bike.
And guys, as I've said before, if anyone Venmos me $2,000,
Do not do that.
I'll get you the bike today.
Do not do that.
We can walk the bike out the back door. I'll meet you in
Do
the
not
alleyway.
do that.
Anyone get to Manitoba with $2,000 in Canadian bills?
Do not do it. But do make sure you enter this contest before July 23rd so you don't miss out.
Okay.
Thank you, Hovsco. We're so excited to be doing this. Congratulations to whoever wins that bike.
I can't wait to shake your hand and ride that bike with
Let's jump back into the Marvel slate. We'll go quickly here. Speaking of Blade, February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2025. Release date currently planned. The release date has been pushed many times. It currently has a new writer, Nick Pizzolatto, who in April, quote, ran out of time to finish the script before the writer's strike began. So they don't even have a finished script yet.
I know, but that release date is so great for marketing.
It is great for marketing.
Love Bites. Nothing.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's great for marketing.
I think Love Bites is the name of a vampire.
I think this gets, I don't have it's a nothing but pushed. I think it gets pushed.
Yeah.
They were trying to do some pre-production, remember? There was like casting notices that went out, but then the script was getting changed again. I hope they can hit this February 14th.
Maybe a St.
2025
Patrick's Day
date.
release. It's got to come out on a holiday.
Put on Arbor Day. Who knows?
MLK
Thunderbolts.
Day.
Thunderbolts. Currently scheduled for a December 20th, 2024 release date theatrically. It has a new writer, Lee Sung-jin, was announced back in March. It was supposed to start filming in June, paused because of the writer's strike. So they never started filming. Probably still tweaking the writing, but they can't work on that right now. What category does this movie get put in?
I think it's a pushed but nothing. Again.
It's a push but
I know,
nothing.
I hate to sound like a broken record,
Yeah.
but
I think I'm gonna use a new category for this one. I'm gonna say it's already scheduled to be a movie, but I think this movie gets Armor Wars.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's completely different from whatever it is right now.
Whatever it became,
There'll be a lot of changes
whatever
made
it
to this
started.
movie.
It feels like that. Like things are very nebulous right now.
Yeah, that little photo they showed us of the cast and the lineup is gonna look real cute later. It's gonna be very different.
That's going to be a great meme for our social media person, Tyler, to put out like the X's over the people who are not in the movie.
Fantastic Four currently has a release date of May 2nd, 2025. We still do not have casting news for this one. The rumor mill was saying they were very close to a deal, then that started falling apart. And I think ahead of SAG strike, I think a lot of the people involved were like, I don't want to get tied to anything right now.
Right.
What category do we put the Fantastic Four in?
Casual? I think we'll keep it casual. That's the category.
Keeping it real casual. I don't think it hits its May 2nd, 2025 release date.
No. It's going to really suck for a while at the box office
Yeah.
because the studios are so greedy and don't take care of writers and actors.
Kang Dynasty. Currently scheduled for May 1st, 2026.
Not much problematic about this right now. I think we're pretty good. I think nothing.
I'm armor warring this one. I think they'll change the title of this film.
I'm canceling.
Okay. I think they'll change the title of this film. Yeah. I think, we'll have to see if Kang gets recast, if they're doing that, or they're doing a variant thing. But I don't think this will be Kang Dynasty anymore. I think they're going to push in a new direction, and it might be tied to Fantastic Four, whatever they want to do there. If Doom takes more presence now, I don't know. Because I think if you do Kang Dynasty or a Doom-focused movie ahead of Secret Wars, you can still do Secret Wars just fine. But they might lean more Doom on that one. But no way that movie comes out May 1st, 2026. Absolutely not. Avengers Secret Wars, currently scheduled for May 7th, 2027. Could we keep it?
I firmly believe the Earth will be on fire by then.
Okay.
So
I'm going to pull a fun one. Yeah, I'm going to pull a fun nothing on this one. This one somehow keeps its release date, keeps everything as is, but everything else around it changes.
I think it's
the black hole.
Yeah, I think this is like what you call a homonym. Not a homonym, a synonym. Nope, not the word I'm looking for either. I think there'll be nothing on Earth when that movie comes out. Okay.
And then our namesake of our own, Armor Wars.
Yes. I think it gets Batgirl.
No, they wouldn't do that to my boy Cheese, would they?
I have a sinking suspicion.
Oh, okay.
This feels to me.
They haven't started filming. They haven't started doing anything with this.
Anything that hasn't been filmed that doesn't have to do with a top tier Fantastic Four, Avengers. I mean, I know Rhodey is an Avenger. Right. And I love Don Cheadle, and I want him to have his own movie, but I
think Ironheart's still going to happen. It's going to play into this. I think both the events of Brave New World and Thunderbolts lead into this movie. I think Armor Wars gets Armor Ward.
Could it be
where it changes again and goes back to being a series.
I was just going to say, could it get reversed and it ends up being season 2 of Ironheart?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Okay, let's talk about Vision Quest.
Sure.
Okay, this was Jack Schaefer from WandaVision, and Agatha would be a big part of this series from Company of Chaos, of course. Right. Paul Bettany would be returning, maybe based on comics a little bit, even though they told a lot of the Vision Quest story already.
Yeah.
I think this one could be Armor Wars.
It could be turned,
They might make this into a movie.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I mean,
throw a little Scarlet Witch in there. Who knows?
Mainly because the actors might not want to commit to another TV show.
Who knows what they're doing here? But even if it doesn't go in movies, in the theaters, I think it's a Disney Plus movie.
Okay.
Not maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
fun.
There's some more speculative projects we'll run through real fast, Tommy. Nova project, a Nova thing. Canceled, he says. I say it gets echoed. It's like a season.
And by the way, this is not what I want to happen.
No.
Just to be clear. I don't want
if it's the best thing for these stories, like, let it happen. All I know is Nova better talk about what the freak happened to Xandar after Thanos. That's what I want to know.
Yes.
There's an untitled Wakanda series.
Nothing pushed.
Nothing pushed? Yeah. Nothing pushed? Yeah, I think they would keep this one.
Yeah.
We'll give it Armor Ward. It changes a lot.
Becomes a movie.
Shang-Chi 2. Simu Liu hinted that if it's happening, it would happen after an Avengers movie.
If Barbie
Shang-Chi 2.
Barbie does as well as I think it's
Shang-Chi
gonna,
2.
Simu Liu is gonna be back.
Yeah, this one's safe.
Yeah.
Simu, you're safe.
Yeah. Simu-
They're gonna make a sequel to that movie. Please make a sequel to that movie.
Simu, you're safe, you coward.
Some quick animated projects. X-Men 97, I think finished. It'll come out whenever. Boom. I think they might. I could see them echoing this bad boy. Drop all of it.
Yep.
What If Season 2?
I can see them echoing that.
Nothing. Oh, okay. I think
that.
they'll still release this one weekly because they had a lot of success with that the last time.
True.
I don't know what they think about X-Men 97. Who knows? Marvel Zombies? I think that's a nothing because I think that was just a movie.
Yeah.
It was going to be.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Freshman Year.
Isn't that also pretty much done?
I say they cancel it.
Oh, okay.
I think they might cancel this one.
Okay.
They showed some art from it, but nothing
right.
moving as far as I remember, just like stills.
Okay.
I think that might be a weird mess, and they might be mad at Sony. I don't know. Who
Right.
knows? I hope it comes out. It looked cool. I would like it.
Yeah, I want it.
Tommy, let's shift gears a little bit. We've talked about
Okay.
Marvel. Let's talk about the Lucasfilm slate and Star Wars.
Oh, yes.
First
Well-
up, we have Ahsoka, August 23rd release date. They're releasing episode 1 and 2 at once, and then they're doing weekly releases total. There's 8 episodes in this show. Nothing happens. So
Nothing.
Ahsoka, baby,
Yeah.
this is gold.
Yeah,
This is Texas tea.
We already know it's coming out.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about this one. Skeleton Crew, okay? This was scheduled for fall of 2023.
Why did I move?
I don't know, Tommy. Tommy's going down, folks. We're losing him. We're losing Tommy. Skeleton Crew is set for fall of 2023. It's a Disney Plus series. It's going to get 8 episodes. Some footage has been seen. Like, they showed a little bit of footage somewhere else. But I don't know about the rest of this show. I think for Skeleton Crew, I don't know. It's such an interesting show. Again, this is like a weird show that takes place kind of in between Return of the Jedi, or like after Return of the Jedi, before the rest of it. I don't know. I could see this show getting echoed.
I'm coming back right now, Brandon.
We'll bring Tommy back in a second, but I think Skeleton Crew could get echoed, where you have like the whole series just dropped all at once, and that's what happens to that bad boy. Evan coming onto the set now.
All right.
I lost my prompter, Evan.
I had to take the prompter.
You had to take the prompter?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So,
What else do we have up on the Lucasfilm slate?
All right. So we just talked Skeleton Crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Andor season 2.
Okay.
So August 2024, Disney Plus series, 6 episodes. It's begun filming, but it's currently on pause because of the writer's strike.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to wrap in August. What do you think?
Oh, it's definitely not going to wrap in August. Set for August, so they needed a whole year of post, in theory, on this.
In
bad
theory,
boy.
yeah.
I mean, I think they might want to echo this series, and
Yeah,
I
that's what
disagree
I'm
with
thinking.
this completely.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's a great show. You hear this from everyone; they all love it. I liked it being like slow releases. I liked the 3-batch release and then like slower releases.
Yeah.
I think they might drop it all at once because it didn't perform as well as they wanted. But it got them some Emmy nominations. Let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Best drama series?
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that's
nominated
huge.
for? Incredible.
I mean, it's definitely the best, in my opinion, best
Right.
Star Wars project. in a
I would
while.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Of course, Kenobi also got some Emmy nominations, so it happens. But I think they might mass release drop
Yeah.
this show, but I think it does get delayed. I don't
Yeah.
think it hits its August target.
I think so, and yeah, I think the Echo thing is right. Just because, I mean, things get nominated, but that doesn't mean they do well with audiences all the time,
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, and Android didn't do well with audiences
No.
initially, viewership-wise, right? But so we'll see. I think that might be the best way to convince people to watch it, especially if word of mouth is good and there's like a big Twitter push or
Yeah.
something. Or
I'm
whatever-
very
whatever
excited
social
for
media.
Andor season 2, and we know that Andor feeds directly into Ahsoka and like
Right.
all that stuff. So I'm loving it.
Right.
More Mon Mothma.
More Mon.
More
Mothma.
Mon
Can't get
Mothma.
enough. All right, so The Acolyte, December 2024 release.
Yes.
Disney Plus series,
Yes.
8 episodes. It
Yes.
wrapped filming already.
Okay.
In June. So what do you think?
I think this is a nothing burger,
Yeah,
baby.
nothing.
It'll get delayed, whatever. I mean, it didn't have a hot release date yet. We've heard a lot of great stuff about this show. It sounds really cool.
Yeah.
It's set before the prequels. Some new stuff. They described it as like kind of a mystery, like kind of Seven-esque like mystery,
Oh,
dark
yeah.
kind of show, exploring the dark side, all that good stuff. I think they'll release it kind of like episodically, but it gets delayed.
Yeah.
Doesn't hit that December 2024,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think the
but if
Star
it's
Wars-
all wrapped filming, I guess they can still work on it. But to Tommy's
Yeah.
point, they can't do ADR or anything like that.
Exactly, which is really interesting. I hadn't even considered that until Tommy said
Right.
it. And I think that with the Star Wars stuff feels different than Marvel, right? Because we're getting less theatrical. Right?
Sure.
So
They're still spinning up the theatrical machine right
exactly, yeah. And we'll touch on those in a second.
Okay.
Too. And the last one, Lando. Is that happening? Donald Glover is still attached. He's very excited about
I would put Lando in the canceled category.
Yeah.
I think he's excited about it. They could still do it. It's one of those things where you can do it because you have Donald Glover, and he's even as he keeps aging, he's still gonna be. Well, I don't know when he passes. I don't know how old Billy D. Williams when he was.
Oh,
when he
yeah, that's
filmed
true.
Empire Strikes Back. So you could still tell the Lando story between Solo and Empire Strikes Back. At some point, you can keep telling it as Donald Glover ages. But if he gets older than Billy D. Williams, I don't know if that becomes a problem. But I would love the Lando series. Let's do it, folks. But it seems very non-committal from everyone.
Yeah.
Other than Donald Glover being like, "Oh, I'm excited to do it," but he's also a busy person.
He's super busy.
He's got a lot going on.
it. Yeah, he's running his own production company.
Yeah, and I don't know if he has a bad taste in his mouth from Solo. I think he was great in Solo.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that film. I think it's getting kind of a weird like resurgence
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like, hey, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I think it was, especially Alden Ehrenreich and like all the drama behind
Right.
the scenes with the directors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about revisiting it the other day.
I mean,
so probably still
if
will.
anything, the promise of Darth Maul in it is so exciting.
Yeah.
What could have been.
Right.
But yeah, I think that could get canceled easily.
All right, so then Mando season 4. I didn't put any details in this, so that's
I
on
mean,
me.
that's 100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
Mando season 4
They'll
is,
just do it, right?
is
Nothing will happen.
guaranteed.
Release
Nothing,
it weekly.
Nothing will happen to our baby Grogu.
Yeah.
He's safe. He's fine.
Great.
Grogu Jardin. No.
Din Djarin?
Din
Oh.
Grogu.
Din Grogu, yes.
Why did he get the first name? Why wasn't Grogu Jardin? Does it sound too French?
Grogu Jardin.
Bonjour, je suis Grogu Jardin.
Actually toured with Grogu Jardin
Oh, yeah?
for about 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Stay there.
Okay.
Tommy coming back in
We're
to
gonna
do
make
some
this a
strutting.
three-hatter.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
I really
guys.
don't want to be.
I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit.
Tommy was poisoned.
No, I'm getting injections for my health in my
okay.
stomach, and it causes my stomach to occasionally spasm and cramp.
Do we need to get Dr. Nasty on the phone?
Dr. Nasty, actually, I made the mistake of going to a real board-certified physician.
Oh, that's where you went wrong.
See, when Nasty was just putting whale spleens in
Yeah.
me, everything was running like a clock. I'm very embarrassed, but I'm going to power through it. Thank you,
Okay.
Evan, for coming in. I'm sorry I freaked out, but
It's
I
all
have
right.
to, but you have to understand the sensation is like someone just jammed a broomstick into
We
my
were
stomach.
we thought we lost Tommy for a second. Glad to see you survived.
But I'm fine.
What's next on the slate
There's
for
also
us,
water all
Evan?
over my shirt because I was trying to chug as much water as possible.
All right, well, we'll get through this quick then.
Okay.
All right, the last thing is the 4 Star Wars feature films that have been discussed.
Batgirl.
Honestly, maybe. So the first one is the one with Daisy Ridley coming back as Rey.
Yeah, that's it.
Charmin
Oh.
Obaid Chinoy film. It's intended as a standalone after the sequel
Right.
trilogy,
Yeah.
but they've kept it open. They're like, maybe you could spawn off a new trilogy. This was the film that Damon Lindelof left. So
Armor Ward.
There's going to be a TV show?
I think I could see this becoming just completely different from whatever it lives as right now.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
still with Daisy Ridley?
Still with Daisy, I think you keep
She's-
Rey.
yeah.
Rey's very popular, and I love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah.
Rey's very popular. I think she's a great hero for young female Star Wars fans and young male Star Wars fans.
Yeah,
Both
yeah.
love her. She's in the park a lot. She's got a good presence in Batuu at the Black Spire Outpost. You love to see it.
Is it more distracting if I suddenly grab my abdomen every 3 minutes? Because I could just sit out the rest of the show.
You want us to get you a stool?
No,
You
I'm
can be on the
gonna
mic. You can be on the
I'll
mic.
be on the mic. I'll be on the mic.
We'll get Tommy on the God mic.
Sorry, guys.
No, you can stand back here.
do the Breakroom for 10 more years.
You're not
Oh, gosh.
disturbing me.
All right, so then the next one is the Dave Filoni film. Is this the big event that will tie all
Yeah.
the Disney Plus series together?
Yeah.
Filoni's nothing happens to this baby. Okay, Filoni gets to do what he wants. He's earned it. He's put in the grunt work.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
got us through the Clone Wars. He brought us the Mandalorian. He's bringing us Ahsoka in live action. All these characters in live action.
Yeah.
I think he gets rewarded with his big movie. It's gonna be great to see it on the big screen.
Well, here's the thing. Do we think that it'll be released as a Star Wars film on Disney Plus?
I think it will be in theaters. I think this will be
okay.
their flex. This will be like, we did the work.
Yeah.
We did it. The movies are back, baby. Star Wars back on the big screen, and they will do it. Now, will it be on Disney Plus 2 weeks later? Possibly.
Oh, 100%.
It'll be a quick turn, but I think they'd love to see a good box office pop for this bad boy.
Definitely. All right, so the James Mangold film about the dawn of the Jedi.
I think.
You think they film it and then can it?
I think they film it and they're like, nah, he just wants to do Swamp Thing 2. He doesn't want overseas.
Yeah. I think it'd be great. I would love like anything that gets away from the Skywalkers and all that.
100%.
Go way old school. I'm worried they're gonna punish him for the underperformance of Dial of Destiny, which isn't fair. Great film.
Yeah.
Really much enjoyed it. I thought it captured the essence of Indiana Jones, but I'm worried they'll be like, didn't do so great. I don't know. They're so.
What you get when you don't have Sean Connery.
He retired. I think
I'm right here.
I think it's tough when you like.
Died 5 years ago.
I think it's tough because they're really skittish about Star Wars movies, and they were feeling bullish again.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if they'll feel scared again. I don't know.
Yeah, and they haven't made it a secret that they're willing to do that, right?
Yeah.
And take projects away from directors.
Right.
They've done it before.
The Rogue Squadron movie,
Rogue
baby.
Squadron's gone.
It's back.
No, it's gone.
There's some buzz that's coming back.
No,
Oh,
they
God.
canceled. I want to see
With
Wedge
Patty
Antilles blasting TIE fighter pilots left and right, murdering them in the sky. These aren't clones. These are humans conscripted into the war, and he's blowing them up, baby.
Boys, I'm slimming down to my Porkins weight just to jump into that suit. That guy's dead. They need me.
Oh, gosh.
Poor
All right.
Porkins.
And then the last one is the Taika Waititi Star Wars film.
I feel like
Canceled? Oh no!
Easy.
I agree with that. Sorry, this is me on the guideline. This is Tommy. Tommy agrees with Evan. I think that movie is doomed to be a victim of its own initial hype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1000%.
I think it's echoed.
Oh.
I think they film the movie and they drop it on Disney Plus. They don't give them a.
Yeah.
They don't give them a streamer, or they don't give them a box
Brandon,
office.
What you're proposing throughout this episode, very flippantly, irresponsibly, perhaps causing an uproar, the riots you pretend to hate, causing a riot on Twitch. You're saying that there's going to be a new protocol of dropping movies that were intended for theatrical release on Disney Plus, a thing that they have said they won't do?
Yeah, well, they're gonna change their tune real fast.
I like it.
Real fast.
Bold and
Especially
sexy.
if this writer strike and SAG strike, they push these streamers to a point where they have to start dropping numbers. They're gonna have, and they have to come clean. They're gonna want to show good numbers on their streaming platforms, and they're gonna save some of these bad boys for the streamers.
You know, I could do the show like this from bed.
Absolutely not. We refuse.
Yeah.
We refuse.
Call in. All right. Well, because I had to jump in for Tommy,
Don't make excuses, Evan. Don't make excuses.
I don't know
He's
if
going through
anyone-
the chat right now.
I don't
If
know
you
if
got
anyone
some
knows
hot
some
chat
questions.
questions, throw them in.
Oh,
Switch,
gosh.
Evan, I think
Throw 'em in the
everybody's
chat real
torso
fast.
has become agreeable again.
No, I mean I think we're about wrapped up.
Do you think we're going to get any special presentations this year?
Oh, this year? I mean,
Now, definitely not. Now
If-
I'm worried that unless they already filmed it, there's no chance.
yeah, unless they filmed it already. So I think the only one, if the rumors are to be believed, is the Mephisto one, right? If-
Okay, because they filmed it on set of Coven of Chaos.
Allegedly,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think they would have to pull, like, famously, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special was filmed on the set of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That's why they
Yeah.
have that big nowhere set. And filmed in the great city of Los Angeles.
Kevin Bacon's house. His
Kevin
real
Bacon's house. That was his real house?
I don't know.
No, I hope not. For his own safety. That's
I
how they
hope
got the
so.
Lindbergh baby.
Guys,
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
We have a title right now, currently airing on Disney Plus, Secret Invasion.
Mm-hmm.
What would be more fun than if the Secret Invasion secretly had a complete movie as an episode 7? So after the
Oh, now this is a classic. This is a classic WandaVision myth,
Yeah.
right? Where there was a secret 7th episode of Was WandaVision 6 episodes?
I think Wanda was 8.
There was a secret
Post,
extra
yeah.
episode of WandaVision that they didn't announce, and they were like gonna just surprise us with it. It was gonna show up. We all got excited. We had our little popcorns. We were still wearing our masks because we were good people back then. And then boom, nothing happened. It
Yeah.
didn't come out, and we all got screwed.
Yeah.
maybe they took the fan disappointment from that, and now they're gonna move forward.
It would be great, though, to your point, Tommy, if there's a special presentation that's like a weird secret invasion thing that they managed to film.
Something with a scroll or like
Yeah.
the Super Scroll origin, like how they
Because
got
I don't think Secret Invasion will wrap up the Skrull story. There's no way it's said and done. Like it's going to be a problem going forward. And maybe they develop a MacGuffin on this show where it's like, well, we'll have these eyeglasses that can see a Skrull's skeleton or something. But I don't know.
Hey guys, my Apple Watch is showing me a JPEG of a man digging a grave. Is that bad for my vitals?
It might be. Might not be a good sign. Might not be a good sign.
Well, it's been great doing the break room 1 and 2.
It's like you're already a ghost and your voice just like exists in the ether.
Yeah. Wow. Power of the God Mind.
Power stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for our show today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube. If you're watching us on Twitch, thanks so much for joining us on Twitch. Make sure you subscribe to the Breakroom channel, whether it's right here on Twitch or on our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social platforms. Check out new Rockstars. We got great breakdowns of Secret Invasion up on the channel. We're gonna have some hot videos this weekend. And I tonight am going to see Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. I am so excited.
Go watch it.
We'll have a breakdown of that film out on the channel on Monday on the main channel. I'm so excited to see it. I cannot wait. Love me some Mission Impossible and some real stunts. You'll love to see it.
Love the stunts.
Thank you, Tommy, for being on the show today.
So sorry, everyone. I promise tonight will be simply hydrating and relaxation.
Good, yeah.
So that I can bring you my Mission Impossible thoughts tomorrow. In the heat of 1,000 suns, fully torsoed, fully seated, upright seated, on camera. The way like Tom Cruise says, movies intended to be seen in the theater. Me, intended to be seen on a break room set with cameras that are way too high definition for my disgusting face.
I love it. I love to hear it. And thank you, Evan, for joining us here on the Break Room today.
Of course.
What a special treat.
What a special treat.
Thank you for squatting down and not revealing your full 7'1".
I know
Yes.
it's hard on my back, but I can take it.
He's actually standing much further behind me.
Yeah, it's a Hobbit force.
Yeah, we're doing a forced perspective here on the Break Room. Thanks for tuning in. Late as Catch you next time. Auf
ya.
Wiedersehen.